Harry.
Woo!
Oh, thank you, Nadine. Thank you so much. Now we did. Ben, are you in the audience? Ben wanted to make a speech. He's wearing a flag as a cape. Come, yeah, there he is. He just landed, didn't he? He just flew in. All right, everyone just introduce Ben.
Hello.
G'day, guys. Today I just wanted to offer a few ideas of what we can all do on a day-to-day basis to help fight the fight. It all starts with education and mass non-compliance. We all know that. But if we're not all up to speed on what happened in 1901, where our last constitution was written and then it went void, and we all became a corporation, and happened in 1975, we've got homework to do. And we need to share that with everyone else who's still asleep. Every single one of us, raise your hands if you know someone who still thinks COVID's coming to kill them. So everyone's got someone to go home and talk to. This only ends when everyone's awake. It doesn't end until everybody understands what is going on. And until we all wake them up, don't rely on someone else to come and save us. This is our fight. All right, another one. Raise your hands if you're out of work from this mandate. So, when you got stood down, your story would have emboldened and empowered 5 others. But if you handed over papers and bent the knee, you would have just made 5 others think, what's the point? So, your actions have a ripple effect. They empower other people. We need to empower the people as best we can, and yeah, lead by example. I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. Remind everybody what freedoms our ancestors gave up for and every generation before us has given to us. We were born with these freedoms, it's our responsibility to protect them. Thank you very much. Thank you, brother.
Hey, Ben.
All right, it's not a big one for me at this end. It was just a bit of a sign-off and a recap. So what we're going to be doing, as you noticed, our rallies are going to be a lot more tighter. And I just want to say a big thank you to Anna, who's the one who coordinated all that today. Well done, Anna. There you are. Can we see a hand? Or are you hiding? There's a hand, a very stealthy one out back there. Thank you, that was fantastic. So yeah, we want to make these rallies really worthwhile. We want to make them a real focal point of our community. The key is that we all come and we all stand, you know, in amongst that beautiful energy with all these people that, you know, can see the truth. That all these people that are operating at a far more conscious level than, you know, the day-to-day that's out there. And it's not just us here in Darwin standing here. You know, it's people all around Australia, all around the world.
World one today.
Wait! So who here has friends or family at another protest somewhere in Australia, or they were today? Look at that, beautiful.
Every day.
I had some good friends down in Melbourne, and they were estimating about 250,000 people today. So the storm is coming, all right. Oh, they must be absolutely packing themselves. And this, you know, we might feel like we're just a little island, but in terms of percentage, the amount of people that turn up to our rallies is absolutely astronomical. You know, we're pulling percentages of our population here in Darwin. And they're only starting to approach those numbers now in Melbourne, percentage-wise, what we've been pulling in Darwin for weeks. So a big round of applause to all you legends. So yes, it's for me, you know, I see this is a turning point for humanity. We're at a fork in the road. On one side,
we've got what we know is going to be a technocratic dystopia where we are going to own nothing and be happy. And we are going to be tracked, chipped, you name it, you know, tag in the ear, cattle down on the human farm. And you know, a lot of people don't realise that is a very real threat to humanity at this
We
point.
already are.
And the people standing here, I know, on average, have a consciousness of that. On the other side, that's their agenda. On that side, on the people, on the side of all the beautiful beings here today, we have an absolute golden opportunity to really open up a golden age for humankind, and that, you know, that is one where we move to direct democracy. I would believe we can even go personalised direct democracy, where our values start dictating what applies and doesn't apply to us, and then we become a very value-led society. So if we're sick of a bloated medical system harming and killing us and our loved ones, then our money no longer flows to that system until they step up and show that they deserve our support. Whereas this current cycle, this current cycle of the sicker they make us, the more they profit, is just taking humanity down the
All
toilet.
over, don't touch.
And we can, you know, we're all standing here because we have that awareness. So I mean, we have a real they've got their agenda, but we've got our agenda, and I think we're only starting to realise how harmonised our agendas really are. I know when I came into this, I had my little steric that I was just worried about, you know, big pharma pushing stuff on myself and my family. But I've now realised that it's far bigger than that one issue, and it's uniting. You know, if we were to go and ask every person in this audience, what's your reason for being here, we would have, you know, different answers for every person. No two answers would be the same, is what I'd say. And so we're starting to realise that, hey, there's a common thread that unites all of this. It is a bloated, corrupt social system that we are imprisoned in, and that we need to reform that system. I would even say not even work with that system, just create the new and just push it out of the picture, which is what we are doing here today. So, I know it's not talked about a lot, but for me, direct democracy is how this ends. I don't know if you've heard the word direct democracy said, or the term said a lot, but I haven't in all of this. I hear a lot about anti-vaxxers and anti-government and anti-this and anti-that, but not a lot about what we are actually heading towards. And I think that's the agenda of the people. It's an organic agenda that is happening no matter what, because we are clamouring to be heard. You know, look at social media, look at all the platforms. They turn off comments. Why? Why do they turn off comments? Because the minute they leave them open, we get a very different view of humanity, don't we? So, you know, we are clamouring to be heard. The status quo have always not wanted to hear us, and because the only thing that's changing is how hard we're pushing, and so how hard they're having to try and resist us. We're not resisting them, they're resisting us. And so this is where I see we keep the discussion around, yes, they've got their agenda, and we need to be aware of that, but we need to keep the discussion around our agenda. And we need to keep the discussion around building beautiful, truth, love, and freedom-centered community. So a lovely lady came up before and said, here's an idea for these rallies. I don't know if this rally is the best venue, but we could come up with a companion gathering. Why don't people who have excess at home bring something to, you know, something where there's going to be people who mightn't have much, and if they, you know, if they need food or they need some items or clothes or things like that, if you've got those things, then make those available for people to collect at, you know, either an event like this, or we hold a trade and, you know, a trade day. Yeah. That's a wonderful suggestion, thank you. Is anyone in favour of having another social down at Nightcliff tomorrow night? I think at 4 or 5 o'clock. Is that all right? Yeah, well, let's keep that as a regular, because I love these rallies, but it's beautiful to just have some downtime and, you know, have a cold drink and share a bit of a yarn with people. So I reckon same spot, Chapman Road intersection where the pizza cart usually is, just occupy that space there. And we'll just meet there every 4 or 5 o'clock after every rally, every weekend. Well, you know, not today, but on Sunday. We're also going to put out a weekly program. So at the moment, it looks like Natasha files office on Mondays. And then we share the love around and head over to Gunners on Tuesday. So we're looking at getting there a little bit earlier. Hey, and that's Scarlett. Yeah, all right. Well, let's pencil it in for Wednesday. NT News on Thursday. And then let's do a car convoy on Friday. What do you reckon? Right.
Sturt Highway.
Put out a slick little calendar for that. And let's lock that in every week. So yeah, it's there's some beautiful social events that have been going on as well. So keep an eye on our page for those. Keep putting those up. There was quite a number of gatherings that were just social down at Howard Springs. I think there was even a trip to Litchfield, which I think about 3 lots of people went down for. But yeah, we need to support each other. The amount of people I've heard finding jobs for people in this community in the last week has been absolutely amazing. So thank you. Thank you to the businesses that have done that. And I've sort of heard of businesses that, you know, people that are foregoing, maybe they only need 2 days worth a week, so they've been just doing that 2 days and letting someone else have the other days. You know, just so that someone's not pocketing the wads of cash while someone else is struggling. So thank you for all the people that were coming up with such beautiful, loving ideas like that. So yeah, certainly as Mario said, businesses are stepping up. They are united with the people. Obviously, it's going to take a while to bed people in with work. I think I've helped about 3 people get a job this week with fellow sort of freedom-loving businesses. So I know there's a jobs board. Obviously, that goes on. There'll be more and more. So first of all, get your jobs up on the jobs board, please, businesses. And if you are looking for work, I guess message the page as well.
No, I'm just going to go around.
Find jobs for people. We've got a tile that's gone up, and we'd love everyone to share that.
The old camera on Spy, eh?
It's just a